completely understandable to go on social media and want to make friends, you know, because it's exciting. You're meeting people who have the same interests as you, but then it gets to a certain point where you don't even know who these people are. Behind the profile, you don't know anything about them. You could share something that you didn't even know you were going to share, you know, because you got so comfortable with them, but it's really not safe, and that's why you have to be aware about that.
Turning to friends for support is great, but friendship is not a button that you click online. That's not gonna build a relationship, and that's not gonna give you someone that you can trust. It's probably gonna lead to you being taken advantage of in some way, and that doesn't help anything.
Loneliness is tough, you know, because you're looking for something. You're looking for someone to make you feel like you're not alone. You're looking for someone to be relatable to and, you know, to relate to. And people can always try to go to social media for that, but you don't really know who these people are.
Social media can be fun when you're just like, when your only friends are the ones that you know in real life that you're like fun. Because then you can like post on your story something and all of your friends will be like, oh yeah, that's an inside joke. Like, this is fun, that type thing.
The fact of the matter is, it is in your best interest to not follow or let anyone follow you that you do not know in person.
And some people are so insecure that they use social media as like a safe place, but they really don't know that it's not that safe, and they end up doing something that they didn't really have intentions to do.
That's why you really have to be safe on social media, because these kids don't have the knowledge of it, you know? So when you're young, you're gonna be exposed to things that are you're too young to be exposed to it. So you have to watch out for things like violence, racism, homophobia, even just bad challenges that are just dangerous, you know, that you learn in school, but when you see it on social media, you think it's cool.
One thing that I know is really dangerous on the internet is online grooming. Like, there are people out there who will take advantage of you, try and get photos of you, and, you know, you can, whenever you make a social media account, people can see who you follow.
I would say that grooming is when someone has targeted someone younger than them, in a different position than them, possibly when there's a power dynamic they have over them, and they've tried to take advantage of them in some way.
A huge red flag or something to be aware of is like when someone asks you sketchy questions like, are you alone? Can we go private? What are you wearing right now? Like,
and then especially when they'll be like, hey, you can tell me a secret. I promise I won't tell nobody. Girl, they crossing their fingers behind their back.
Also, I feel like asking any private questions too, you know, about like either how you feel or like personal information, like where you live, you know, how many people you live with.
You hear stories all the time of young girls sending pictures to who they think is like their cute little internet boyfriend, and they end up on a porn site or they end up trafficked on the dark web. Well, we had a deputy come to talk to my school about how they found a girl who disappeared in a parking lot after meeting someone she met on the internet. And they found her sold on the dark web in a sex trafficking ring. And it's like a real thing that happened 30 minutes from where I live. It's really important to act like the whole world can see what you post, because they can. You have no idea who's looking at anything. Like, you don't know who can see it. Anybody has access to anything, no matter who you allow access to.
That's why I always adjust my privacy settings so social media apps can't track me. People on there can't see where I am. Even if they're my close friends, I only give those kind of permissions to like my family members.
Sexting is probably one of the dumbest things that teenagers have started ever. The moment you put it out there, it's no longer under your control, it's their control.
And what I feel like people don't really understand is the fact that like sexting or distributing or having any type of like child pornography is against the law. One picture could ruin your entire future.
A lot of reasons why these things keep popping up on our feed is because the adults don't know about it. You know, we just keep it silent and just skip past it. But it's gonna keep coming up if we don't report it or tell a trusted adult.
You have the choice, but now it's like what you do with that choice is which choices you make. Because like you said, there is always that exit button.
It really is an addiction. I mean, you get on it, you use it, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. And then you stand up and you're like, oh, my legs feel like jelly. That's what it does. It brings you back into it.
It's important to, talk to a trusted adult if you're being like cyberbullied, because I know like that's become such a big deal now just because most people are on social media. And so it's just really important to confide in someone about that because they can help stop the bullying.
These websites that we're on provide different platforms and different techniques to get away from the negativity, and block these people.
They have so many tools on there, like the block button, report button, and they even have tips on how to, like, if neither one of those works, on how to make it just disappear even better.
My favorite thing about a social media platform is you always have the unfollow or the unadd button.
Or the block.
No, right, the block. Girl, I love that block button.
Trust takes a while to build. And so it's important to already have that relationship with like a trusted adult figure. Because, like in the future, you're going to be that figure to someone else. So you have to be able to open up to that trust and be able to confide in them about the things that are going on because, it'll be better if you start trusting them in the beginning than it will in the end if you end up not trusting them. And then this whole problem escalates into something really big.
Another thing you definitely have to watch out for and that you should definitely tell a trusted adult about is when someone's sharing inappropriate pictures or pornography. It's very important to tell someone because you're the target in that situation. So you need someone else on your side to back you up and help you get out of that situation.
It's tough to talk about these things, but we'll all get through it and you'll be better for it.
With little kids, sometimes they see that on the internet their friends are doing certain things and that they feel like they have to do something. Like kids online buying drugs, like they don't actually have to. You always have the choice to say no. And that in a lot of situations online, that's what you have to do.
It's also very dangerous to buy things from people online. Just a simple link can take you to a whole drug operation where they can lace things with other drugs, fentanyl. And, you'll think you're buying something, but it'll have something else in it that can potentially kill you. You don't know them. They could be some dangerous 15-year-old man. You could be some 16-year-old girl or some little kid, thinking that they're going to meet a friend, but they really just been talking to them for a few weeks in their DMs or even just a few days. It's very easy for these groomers and dangerous people to gain your trust. And, you'll think, even if you're in a public space, it's still dangerous to meet up with these random people.
Especially with the habit of going on social media every single day, you can almost feel obligated to post or like someone's comment or talk to someone you don't know. But you're in control of that. You choose when you stop, and that goes to like building habits and boundaries for yourself, That's why it's important to, have a moment where you delete social media for a moment or a month or two, or even just a few days just to take a break and read a book, find something else that you find joy in.
I think that one of the most important things is to set boundaries on social media. Like personally, I set a time limit so that I only spend 1 hour total of all social media in a day, because I just realized that I spent so much time, wasted time just scrolling on social media apps. And same with my friends, because we will all be hanging out one time and then they'll all be on their phones. And it's like, we're finally together and we're not even like interacting with each other.
Right, and it's because those apps are designed to be addictive to younger audiences.
We've talked about not trusting people online and talking to someone that you do trust, but it is incredibly important to always trust yourself when you're online. Trust what you feel. If you feel that something, as you said, is setting off your consciousness buzzer, take action on it, because at the end of the day, you have control over you.